There are many locations around Scotland so awe-inspiring that you cannot help but return time and time again. Welcome to Loch Eilein in the Cairngorms National Park. Surrounded by native woodland and iconic mountains, and home to a castle and several wildlife species, could you imagine a location more spectacular than this?
So we spent the last about 2 hours here at Loch Eilein, and if I'm honest, I wasn't planning on filming a vlog here. The purpose of today's trip is to get some interesting b-roll for a future video that's coming your way in 2020. But as we're approaching sunset, we're getting some really nice light. The clouds are beginning to light up a little bit. The wind has died down dramatically, and we're getting to that stage now where we're getting some lovely reflections on the loch here, as well as hopefully some beautiful clouds that you can't quite see that are hopefully going to light up. And I've come to one of the famous spots here at Loch Eilein, one that everybody shoots and one that I tried to shoot when I was here 2 years ago. If you never saw that vlog, check it out there. Never quite went to plan, so it's quite nice to be back here today and hopefully get that image that I'd hoped to capture all those years ago. But it's so still, so beautiful, and as it's the winter, there's not many people going around, and we've pretty much got this stunning location almost to ourselves. see that Loch Eilein is absolutely stunning. I mean, this is one of the most beautiful lochs here in the Cairngorms. There's so many of them, but this has got to be one of the most beautiful because it's just stunning. There's a castle in the middle of the water. We've just missed that height of autumn, unfortunately, so all the beautiful autumn foliage has disappeared. But if you capture this location at the height of autumn, it is beautiful. Covered in snow, it's stunning, and it's also a fantastic place to come in the spring and summer months to have a picnic because it can be sometimes the hottest place in Britain. But another interesting fact about this location is there's a bird here in the Cairngorms that you don't get anywhere else in Britain, and it's called the crested tit. And for years now I have dreamt of seeing this bird, and about 2 minutes ago that dream came true. I unfortunately never managed to capture it on camera because it was literally, I only saw it for less than 5 seconds. But it's so special to be in this part of Scotland and this part of the whole of Britain that it's probably the most ecologically diverse part of the country, and it's just full of so many hidden wildlife wonders. And to see a bird that I have dreamt of seeing for many years, it just makes this time here this afternoon, this time that we've literally just spent sitting around admiring this view, it just made it so much more worthwhile. It just shows that patience really pays off, and often when you go looking for something you very rarely see it, but sometimes you just see things in moments that you just don't expect, and wildlife is one of those moments. You can spend years trying to find it. One day you're just sitting down relaxing and it'll appear right before your eyes, and that's exactly what just happened. I'm trying really hard right now to do a long exposure to try and get some movement in the clouds here because the light's not quite doing what I want, even though it's beautiful. But this wee fella, who I've spent most of the afternoon admiring and enjoying his company, but over there somewhere, he's decided to swim all the way over to see me. And he keeps swimming and walking in front of the camera, which is not good when you're trying to do a long exposure shot. As you can see by this image here, he's a wee ghost in the corner. It's quite frustrating. But you, oh, here we go, look, here's another one coming. Here's another one coming. This is making it really difficult because we're starting to get beautiful reflections on the loch because the wind has completely died down as we head towards sunset and twilight. There's not a single breeze in the air. But these little guys are causing loads of ripple effect in the water, which is making the photography in that still effect really difficult to capture on camera. I've got to say though, it's quite nice for my photos or my work to be ruined by nature and not, I guess, human interaction, which is normally the effect you'll find. It's quite funny actually. But I actually love how tame in many places of Scotland mallards are. I just love how comfortable they are, walking around strangers. I know they want food, but it's still nice. Ducks! Ducks, this way! This way! This way! Come on! Seriously, like this one's just gone right in front of my camera, right in the middle of a long exposure. Well, the light here never quite manifested into a beautiful sunset, but what a stunning way to spend an afternoon. Especially here in the winter in the Cairngorms, it can be quite rare to get these lulls in the weather. You know, it's so used to gales and all sorts up here, blizzard conditions at times. It's quite nice to come up here right at the end of November, have a lovely still afternoon to just admire the loch, to get some really interesting b-roll for a future project, as I mentioned earlier, and get 1 or 2 images that hopefully you've seen in this video and that look okay and that are well worth sharing. But it's all about getting out into nature and just enjoying it. And you've got to admire the comical effect of this afternoon with the ducks getting in the way of my photography. But that's nature, that's landscape photography, and you've just got to embrace it and see the funny side. As always, I want to say a huge thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you all again next time.